This is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 354. There's a gap between what you want and having it. Where you are and having what you want. Okay? There's a big gap there. And we don't want to go through the middle process. Just think of it like point A and point B, right? Point A is where you are. Point B is what you want. Between those 2 points, it's very uncomfortable. There may be crying. There may be pain. There will be pain. There most likely will be crying. There will be inconvenience. There will be doubt. There will be fears that you have to get over. There will be false beliefs that you have to stop believing in. And I'm going to just give you an example so you can really relate this to your own life. Okay? But I know you can already do that. But see, the reason I'm even talking about this is because so many people want to get to point B without going on the road that leads there. The road that leads to your goal is a very uncomfortable, lonely, unsafe, uneasy, inconvenient road. It's a fucked up road. It's dark, it's lonely, it's scary. You got to wake up early and stay up late. You got to do things that you don't want to do, like every day. So let me give you an example. This morning, woke up at 6:30. It's Saturday. And we went to an event, and my friend said that I had to drive there. I had to drive there or back because, she's helping me learn how to drive. And I've been taking driving lessons with a really great coach, and my friend's just trying to support me in this. And so she's, anywhere we go, I have to drive at least one way. So she made me drive, and I had to be on the highway for a long time today, longer than I've ever been on the highway. And during that road trip, I realized that I was in the thick of getting to point B, and which is to obviously have a driver's license. My test is in 4 days, and it can change my life because then I can do things. I can be free. I can have my business again. I can be a grown-up, a real person here in Florida. It's not the same as in New York. In New York, you do not need a car. You do not want a car. You don't want one. It's a big headache to have a car. But here in Florida, it's a nightmare to not have a car. You can't do anything, and you can't run a business, and you can't even eat the way you want to eat. I've been living here 3 years. I haven't been able to eat the way I want to eat. So why did I even move here? Well, I have this big fear of driving, and I told you guys many times. But anyway, so I drove on the highway today, and then my hands went numb, my feet went numb because I was in such panic mode because I had never driven on the highway before so long. And my friend wanted me to go to the express lane, which I refused to because I was so scared. I had never driven on the express lane before, and it's going very fast, like 80, 90 miles an hour. And I had never gone that fast before. And what you have to understand is that I don't have experience doing this, so it seems very, very hard and very scary. And yeah, I've been driving, I've probably driven maybe 10 times now, maybe more, maybe 20 times now. But, my friend's been driving for 20 years. You've probably been driving for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So you're like, what is the big deal? Yeah, well, I can say the same thing to you about eating a raw vegan diet. What is the big deal? It's so easy, but that doesn't help the situation because it is so easy for me because I've practiced it and done it over and over and over for 12 years. It is so difficult for me to drive because I am brand new to it. So today on the highway, I had so many panic attacks. I wanted to pull over so many times, but I didn't because, my best friend wouldn't let me. she was like, no, you have to keep going because this is how you're going to break free of the fear. And this is such a great analogy for how you're going to break free from your fear. Maybe it's not even fear. Maybe it's just break free from your uncomfortable feeling, okay? Because if you're choosing, if you want a different life, if you want to eat different things, okay, or you want to work out every day, you want to stick to a new habit, you have to break free from the uncomfort, okay, from the newness. You have to break free from wanting to not do it or wanting to do something that you don't want to do anymore. Like me, I wanted to pull over on the side of the road and just cry and just take a few deep breaths, and she wouldn't let me do it. And you might want to eat something that is not healthy, okay? You gotta learn how to not do it. You gotta learn how to not listen to the fear, not listen to your emotions and push through them. Have a craving. The only way to become a healthy vegan or raw vegan is to have a craving. You have to have a craving and say no. You have to have the opportunity to eat something that you no longer want to eat, and you have it there in your face, free, or like, specially made for you. You have to go through that process of having it right there, like somebody's giving it to you for free, or it's at work, and you say no, and it's very uncomfortable. And instead you eat something healthy. You eat fruit or vegetables. You make a smoothie or a salad or something. You make a juice or whatever. Okay, that's the only way to get to point B, is to be uncomfortable. It's literally impossible to get to your goal without being uncomfortable. And then when we finally got to the place, I broke down and I was crying because it was so hard. It's part of the process. And you're trying to avoid the pain and the uncomfortableness and the fear and the cravings, and you're trying to avoid the confrontation and setting your boundaries, but that's the only thing that will get you to point B. There's literally no other way. In our society, we live in a microwave society where you get instant results for a lot of things. You want to buy something, you can click a button and you can buy it. You want to, text somebody or make a phone call, it's easy. You want to post a picture, it's easy. You want to take a picture, it's easy. You want to do anything, it's literally available 24/7. You can do it, except be healthy. Being healthy, you cannot get with the click of a finger, and you can't get it overnight, and it won't happen in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, or it doesn't happen quickly. You have to earn it through the compound effect. And that's why so many people are unhealthy, because we live in a very instant society. Please, please break free from the societal norms that are destroying your life and your health and your potential. Take it one meal at a time and put one foot in front of the other. You can do it, but it's not going to be easy. So stop expecting it to be.